Hey, what's going on? It's Maverick here with the video SITREP 003 of the 161st V-SOAR Gaming Community. A few weeks have passed since I did the last SITREP of our community, and I think it's a good time to let you guys know about what's happening, what we have done so far, where we are standing right now, and where we want to go in the future. I've got quite a few messages by viewers lately, which are concerning the 161st V-SOAR Gaming Community, and I think that's why it's a good time right now to clear some things up. As you might know, our community is still pretty young. I started it at the end of 2013, so it's about 3 months old now, and we're still working hard on getting things done. The recruiting process is currently still ongoing. Even though we had for a short period of time the goal of 30 members completed, we suffered from a few dropouts of members who did not match our ideology. Or we're not patient enough to wait out the initial phase where you get structured, where you have to sort out a lot of things before you can actually go into playing proper operations and whatnot. It's unfortunate because I thought I made myself really clear on the first recruiting video I put online, but apparently people thought they could just become members of the community and then we will instantly move out to operations and whatnot and play in a super tactical way, which is obviously not possible before you're properly organized and trained. But hey, what you gonna do? I'm really happy with the members I got so far. Those are all really great guys. They seem to enjoy themselves playing ARMA. They seem to be interested in actually being part of this community. And a lot of them are also doing their part for the greater good. Be that as a member of the staff, forums moderator, server admin, mission editor, or even add-on creation. We do have members for all those functions and they do a great job working on things, which helps us moving forward as a community. We do have almost 30 members, which was always my initial goal as a start, you know, because for me that's a good number of players to have a proper structure with a platoon of infantry units, with helicopter support, jet support, and some special functions like a UV operator or a sniper team. So for me now it's a good time to start with the training phase. We will go into basic infantry training for all units. We will learn what a fire team is, what a squad is, what a platoon is, how those elements work individually as a fire team and how they work combined as an infantry platoon, and then in a further step we will also learn how to work in combination with vehicle support like armored vehicles, APCs, or even tanks, and obviously also how to work with helicopters like proper infiltration, exfiltration, how to pick LZs, how to work with fast air, how to call in CAS air strikes. That's all going to be part of the training. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be pretty interesting, and I think it's going to be great to pull that off in game, because for me it has always been the goal to play tactically. We're not a realism unit. We don't try to imitate a real life unit or like real life military tactics one-on-one, because some real life tactics and techniques simply don't work in game. Even though ARMA is a good platform, it's a good sandbox which offers a lot of variety and a lot of options to apply real life tactics, it is still a game and something will just not work because the AI is not reacting in the same way as human beings would. So the difficult thing is to kind of find the tactics that are applicable in game because they affect the enemies as they would in real life, or at least find a way to kind of modify them to make them work in game. A good example of what I'm talking about here is suppressing fire. In real life, infantry tactics rely almost exclusively on suppressing fire, fire maneuver, and flanking maneuvers. And that only works as long as the enemy responds to suppressing fire, meaning they keep their heads down, they don't move, they're pinned down, things like that. In ARMA, as you probably know, that's not always the case. You can lay down as much suppressing fire as you want. AIs will still run around in the open, they will still come straight at you. And on top of that, they're aimbots and shoot you right in the head from 300 meters away while being suppressed. So when suppressing fire is not effective on enemy AI, you can basically trash all your tactics that you might know from real life military. Fortunately, we have the great ARMA community. There are scripts out there who will modify the enemy behavior, they will modify their aiming speed, aiming accuracy, for example, and also how suppressing fire will affect them. So by using AI improvement scripts, you can have a workaround of those issues and pretty much apply real life tactics also in this game. So this is basically what's going to happen with the trainings. As I said, basic infantry training and then more advanced trainings, combined trainings with helicopter, jet elements and infantry and all that. It's going to be a lot of fun, looking forward to it. So the training phase is obviously the preparation for our community operations. Right now we don't have too many yet. We have some sort of like standalone events here and there where a member of our community created the mission in the editor and then creates an event on Steam where people can RSVP and join in to play that mission together. On the same time, we do have our mission editing team, which is working hard on the 161st V-SOAR campaign. So this is actually a storyline as a single player campaign or so. So a storyline that is split up into multiple chapters, if you will, those chapters being missions, and then we're going to play those on multiple events and fight our way through whatever they come up with. They're working really hard, they have great ideas, they're working hard on making them actually possible in game within the limitations of the ARMA 3 engine. But I'm sure, I'm not going to spoil anything here, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun to play those missions. And I guess you guys as my YouTube viewers, you will be able to watch them on a live stream on Twitch maybe, or an edited version on YouTube afterwards. I also have a bunch of other members who are doing videos for YouTube, who are live streaming, so then I believe we'll cross-link those videos and you can watch the whole thing from multiple perspectives, which is going to be pretty interesting, I guess. In the meantime, as long as we are still in the training phase and the campaign is not yet completely ready to be played by us, we do have our public server running almost 24/7 whenever we don't have like host issues and whatnot. I'm responsible for the missions we run on that public server. We started out with a pretty simple insurgency mission, then also rather simple domination. But in the last 2 weeks I uploaded 2 pretty sophisticated missions to the server after a lot of editing on my side. I uploaded the classic domination by Xeno and GITS, which is really outstanding mission. It's very sophisticated, it has a lot of features and a lot of stuff to do. It is originally created for ARMA 1, I think, by Xeno. It has been ported to ARMA 3 by the GITS community. They shared it on Armaholic. I downloaded their mission and I modified it to our needs. It's running pretty smooth, it's a lot of fun, it's pretty intense, and so far I got a lot of positive feedback about it. Last weekend I uploaded the insurgency mission, the Pakistan insurgency mission, which I created. It is based on EOS grid spawning as well as the TPW script versions, which work surprisingly well in multiplayer. So that's pretty cool. Pakistan with Pakistani insurgents, and then civilian ambient life like spawning vehicles, vehicles that are driving around, and also pedestrians walking around in the villages or being inside buildings, which look pretty much the same way as the insurgents, except the insurgents are armed. So it needs a lot of paying attention to identify really the hostiles, to check if they got weapons, which is what's most fun in an insurgency mission. So those are the 2 missions we currently run on the public server. People seem to enjoy them very much. Also, I'm not sure if it's unique, but I guess it's kind of special for public servers that we run a lot of mods. We have currently about 20 required mods in our mod list, plus a few client-side optional ones, which can be chosen by the player individually, like a variety of sound mods and whatnot. That's probably the reason why our server is basically never full. I don't think we have ever had 30 members on it. We have usually in the evenings maybe around 15 to 20 on a good day. But personally I prefer having those guys, those regular guys who really enjoy playing with us, come back because they think it's great fun. Because they like the way we intend to play, or like the way we play, like with really building fire teams. There's no lone wolving on our server, and I think that kind of game style is really appealing to the guys who actually go through the process of downloading all the mods and trying to get their game working on our server. So obviously I do invite everyone who is interested in playing with us, testing out our public server or missions there. Check out the Steam community link in the description below. There you will find the mod list and everything else that is required. It would be nice to see some new faces on the server, but again, as I said, I'd rather play with 15 guys who are really into our play style, who are really looking for team play, to become a member of a fire team and go into action that way, than having 30 guys on, of which 15 are lone wolving. So join us if you're interested in team play on a public server, which is obviously not the same as a proper trained community. But we try to go as far as you can go with a bunch of guys just mixed up for one evening for a few hours. Our members are really striving to get the public guys involved, to integrate them in their fire teams, and it's just make it a good time for everyone. Alright, I guess that concludes SITREP 003 of the 161st Virtual Special Operations Aviation Regiment. Again, I'm pretty happy how things are going. No, I'm actually really happy how things are going. Found some great members, found some really nice guys to play with and also share a laugh here and there. I'm very much looking forward to the future. We have a lot of stuff coming, be that the campaign that we will play as a community, first the trainings which I will be responsible for, also constant development in the missions that we run on the public server, as well as constant changes in the mod list that will allow us to play with a variety of new weapons, new vehicles, new maps. So it keeps us busy and it keeps the game interesting. Not only in ARMA, but also other games that support a tactical, cooperative playstyle. Being the commanding officer of a gaming community is pretty time consuming. I do this on the side of a full-time job, maintaining a YouTube channel, and also what remains of my private life. But as long as I can keep doing it, I will, because I'm really enjoying it. The very positive feedback by you guys as YouTube viewers, also my members and the public players on our server, is what keeps me going, and I hope to continue like that for quite some time. If you want to learn more about the 161st V-SOAR, you should definitely check out our Steam group page. For more of my videos, visit my channel and subscribe. And for more frequent updates on the gaming community, as well as my private channel on YouTube, you should subscribe to my Twitter, Facebook or Google Plus page, where I post screenshots and all sorts of other stuff on a more frequent basis. Thanks for your attention. You're dismissed. First V-SOAR Gaming Community. A few weeks have passed since I did the last SITREP of our community, and I think it's a good time to let you guys know about what's happening, what we have done so far, where we are standing right now, and where we want to go in the future. I've got quite a few messages by viewers lately which are concerning the 161st V-SOAR Gaming Community, and I think that's why it's a good time right now to clear some things up. As you might know, our community is still pretty young. I started it at the end of 2013, so it's about 3 months old now, and we're still working hard on getting things done. The recruiting process is currently still ongoing. Even though we had for a short period of time the goal of 30 members completed, we suffered from a few dropouts, become members of the community, and then we will instantly move out to operations and whatnot, and play in a super tactical way, which is obviously not possible before you're properly organized and trained. But hey, what you gonna do? I'm really happy with the members I got so far. Those are all really great guys. They seem to enjoy themselves playing ARMA. They seem to be interested in actual members who did not match our ideology. Or we're not patient enough to wait out the initial phase where you get structured, where you have to sort out a lot of things before you can actually go into playing proper operations and whatnot. It's unfortunate because I thought I made myself really clear on the first recruiting video I put online. But apparently people thought they could just Hey, what's going on? It's Maverick here with the video SITREP 003 of the 160